Any kind of a relationship, whether it's long-term or marriage, thrives on the connection of shared meaning within the relationship. This is one reason situationships are thought of as so superficial. Basically, people come together during a certain situation or period time of their life. They basically get really intimate, really close, and then it's done. Because those relationships don't have the depth or the thriving connection for purpose that normal, healthy relationships have. We need it as a human. It's the most important form of intimacy. It's part of the emotional intimacy. It will hold a relationship together when the couple is in relation with building a meaning and doing things together, a shared vision. It's one of the first things that really solidifies a relationship, if you feel like you share meaning or purpose for the relationship. So it's not the purpose or the shared vision or anything else, learning new things, that will end up ruining a relationship. It's when those things happen in silence, like one partner's building their meaning in life and the other one is building theirs, and they're no longer talking about their shared vision together. And how it usually looks in long-term relationships is the conversations stay logistical rather than aspirational. Feeling emotionally lonely, even though you're right there with them in the same bed. Fewer shared dreams or future-oriented discussions about what you want to do, where you see the two of you building or growing. A sense that one partner's moving ahead and the other one is stuck. Or increased comparison. Basically, you're comparing your partner instead of collaborating with them. It hurts deeply because the partner who starts noticing it feels very alone. The efforts begin to feel transactional rather than intentional. Attraction declines because there's an emotional disconnect. Resentment builds when sacrifices feel one-sided. One person is doing everything. They start feeling like it's not fair. The partners are looking for fulfillment outside the relationship exclusively. When especially one partner starts that, the other starts distancing and pulling away. So the conscious reconnection, the missing step, is when you're in a relationship with someone. You have to prepare for this. You have to maintain an active maintenance of reconnecting. You have to always, at the end of each check-in, say, where are we together? What is our purpose? Who are we becoming individually and together? I'm saying that I want you to keep growing individually too, but you need to do it as a couple as well. If anyone knows you as a couple, what do they say about the two of you? What's your mission? What's your purpose? What's your meaning? What matters to us now, not just who we used to be, and what kind of a life are we intentionally building? Maybe that's to raise a family and send them to school and educate them and share their whole life together, both of you doing it. So rebuilding a shared why. Gen Zs talk about this a lot, the importance of what they're doing, their meaning in life as themselves, as well as with a partner, where you start having, small conversations. And the way you start that is regular conversations about values, what you each value and hopes for the future. Shared rituals that reinforce connection beyond routine. Like something every Saturday we volunteer. We each choose a place and then we decide together which of the two places will be what day of the week. Things like that. Supporting each other's individual growth while also working on your meaning together. One partner gets a promotion, you guys celebrate it together. But then you also talk about the vision of what this promotion will mean to your couple, to your relationship together. Maybe a rise in income that you can put toward a project that you've been wanting to do in the house. Naming misalignments early. When you see that the relationship is starting to feel disconnected or one-sided, you bring it up early. You don't wait till you're angry or spewing. You bring it up early because you trust that your partner would want to know and will get involved. So finding your purpose isn't static. It keeps changing. It evolves. And this is why you need to keep talking about it and nurturing it. And when reconnection doesn't happen, one person starts feeling so alone. They start feeling like it's no longer we, it's me alone, or him or her alone. The greater harm often lies in staying disconnected while pretending that you're still together. And this is a leading cause when couples split. They'll say we drifted apart. What they mean to say is we quit sharing or focusing on our purpose together. What was the meaning? What was our relationship together? What vision did we share together? So a loss of purpose is not the absence of love, and it's important you understand that. It's the absence of an intentional togetherness. Listen, I've been married a long time. Couples who stay together and are striving, they are intentional about what they're doing. This didn't just happen. We both came to the table and made plans and set our intentions for what we wanted our marriage to look like, how we would use it to support other people. All of those things really make sense, and they've helped us go the years with a thriving marriage, and they can help you as well. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.